I film about lifestyle and social issues. I live in Nigeria, guys, so don't bother. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Oluwafemi Oluwabusai. If you're new here, welcome. Where have you been? I've been waiting for you. I film about lifestyle and social issues. Please click on subscribe button right away. Click on subscribe button right now. And please turn on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever there's a new video on my channel. I'm super excited to be back here. Thank you for watching my last video. Please continue to watch, like and share my videos. Thank you. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about 3 different things. It will be very short, so don't worry. Okay, so first, I saw something on Twitter that why does everyone assume that they can beat the next person? And it's actually so funny because I've never heard people say, oh, I can't fight. Oh, if I get into a physical fight, the next person is going to beat me. It's usually, oh, if I get into a fight with this person, I'm going to beat the person. I'm going to beat XYZ, blue, black. Nobody can beat me. Nobody can this. Nobody can that. And I was just thinking that personally, if I actually get into a physical fight with someone in my wildest imagination, because trust me, that cannot happen in real life, I'd rather walk away. I'll never be found or caught in a physical fight, so I'd rather walk away. But let's just assume that in my wildest imagination, I get into a physical fight. Guys, the person is going to beat me. The person is going to beat me blue, black, because I cannot fight. And I've never actually thought or assumed that I can beat the next person, because I know truly that I cannot fight. However, the second thought, I'm like, you never know until you try. I don't want to try, but I'm just thinking, what if I get into a physical fight with someone, again in my wildest imagination, and I actually beat the person blue, black? What if? I'll never know unless I try. But do I want to try? No, I don't want to. Do you think you can beat the next person, or do you think, please, I can't fight though? If I get into a physical fight, the person is going to beat me blue, black, just like you, Rhoda. Oh yeah, team, bring it on, let me know my last, that kind of thing. Because you know that you can fight. I put it up on my WhatsApp status and I put it there that I cannot fight. If I ever get into a physical fight, the other person is going to beat me. Someone shared that she got involved in a fight back in secondary school and she beat the person, and that person said, oh, she has always thought that she could fight because she has like this body, you know that people, when you see them, just assume that this person can beat me. So she also has that kind of body, and she got into a fight with a guy. The guy like bullied her or tried to like laugh at her, and then she went there and slapped the guy. After the party, the guy waylaid her and beat the hell out of her. She didn't see it coming. So another person put on her status, and then she had like other people like comment, and it was just so interesting and fun to read. Someone said, oh, she thinks she could fight until the day someone actually beat her up, and that was the last of it. I actually think that my sister can fight, I think, because the way she's always making mouth, the day she would actually have to ask that out, I don't know if it will beat her, but I don't know. I don't know if she can actually fight. I don't know if she can actually fight. What are you laughing at? I don't know if she can actually fight, or they are going to beat her blue, black. I don't want to know. I don't ever want to. Let's just leave it at the imagination and just the mere thoughts. Okay, so let me know in the comment section, are you I can fight anybody? Are you never in my life? Or are you someone that people just assume that you can actually fight or beat them up because of your stature, but deep down you cannot fight? Let me know in the comment box. I want to talk about today Ida Bassi finished a cookathon exercise, aiming for the Guinness World Record of the longest person who has cooked for hours. She cooked for 100 hours, and even though she's yet to be verified, because Guinness World Record takes like quite a number of weeks to get you verified, watch your video to be sure that you actually did not break any of the rules or regulations or any sorts. We've had other people, gone for the same record, and this has sparked like quite a number of thoughts and emotions. Okay, so we've had Chef Dami in Oye Kitty say she's gonna be cooking for 150 hours. We've had another person, I don't remember his name now, but it's going to be going in July. And a lot of people have just shared their thoughts and emotions and feelings with regards to this. Some people think, oh, the sky is wide enough for everybody to fly, so why not? Other people think this is really unfair, especially because Guinness World Record has not even verified either. But personally, I feel like there are steps, like procedures, basically, that you actually need to go through before you can even be able to gun for such record. One, you need to alert Guinness World Record, you need to register and all that stuff, and then it's not like immediately they respond. It takes a couple of days for them to respond, except of course you want to pay for express verification or something of sorts, right? So you also need to go through exercises and training. It's not just about cooking. You're going to be standing all through, and you want to cook for 150 hours. It's a long time. You need to also be ready mentally. I understand Dam is not a chef, so she's not even somebody that cooks like normally. I'm not talking about the regular, or you cook in your house, that kind of thing. Like, you are not a chef. You don't cook for a living. She doesn't do that. Either Buffy cooks for a living. She runs a restaurant. Okay, but you don't cook for a living, you just enjoy cooking, or you just know how to cook like every other person out there. So I don't know, because you are not just going to be cooking just anything, right? You have to cook meals that people can eat. I also understand that they are selling tickets at the place, at the location where she's cooking. There's VIP ticket for 1,000 naira, and there's regular for 500. And so if you don't pay, you will not eat, or something of sorts. In my opinion, I don't think she's really doing it for the record. I think she's just doing it for the fun of it, because if you're not going through the procedures and guidelines, why would you be putting yourself under such stress, quote and unquote, because it's a lot. Mental stress, emotional stress, physical stress. Why would you be putting yourself through that if you're just doing it for doing sake? Some people have also said, oh, Ida represented the Igbos, Dami will represent the Yorubas, and then someone from the north should come and represent the northerners, so that we can know who is the best cooker. First of all, everything doesn't have to be tribalistic. Like, you don't have to be tribalistic about anything. Ida is also not an Igbo person, duh. So I don't know why Dami is doing it, but from what I read, she has not gone through the procedures, and she's not, going through the guidelines of Guinness World Records. So maybe she's just doing it for the fun of it. Whatever the case is, good luck to her. But I don't know if it's actually possible to aim for a record someone has not held in a year. I think for you to gun or to aim for a particular record, to break a particular record, the last person to hold that record has to hold it for a year and and more, and not just maybe a month, because you has not even heard from them yet, or whether she's she currently holds it or whatever. So we don't even know. I don't know if this is a joke, but I also saw that Wole Arole is going to be praying for the longest hours in December, I think. Let's see how that comes by. Fingers crossed. Whatever, good luck to everybody. In 2019, why did somebody say it was 10 years ago? What do you guys think about this? Do you think it's really unfair for that meat to be gunning for what Hilda has not even held yet? Do you think the competition is really unhealthy? Do you think oh yeah, the sky is wide enough for everybody, so why not? Are you really indifferent like me? Because to be honest, I'm just very indifferent. The third thing I want to talk about, guys, this is very emotional and a very sad one. On Twitter again, I saw someone post that a child had just died because the parents didn't consent to blood transfusion, and they are crying and wailing. They don't know why they are crying and wailing because they saw it coming. Parents are Jehovah's Witnesses, and they do not believe in blood transfusion because there's a verse in the Bible that talks about not taking in blood from another person, right? And they allow the child to die. I read the thread and I actually saw that this is a thing, really, because two people share their experience. One person said, oh, it has happened a couple of times as a doctor. There was a time this child was also ill and they needed to like transfuse the child because he was on 8% PCV, and they needed to like transfuse him, but the parents declined and they were not able to transfuse the child and the child died. Another person has said that a certain family member who, you know, could not consent because he was unconscious, he had to like lock the guy up because the family didn't consent to blood transfusion. He locked the hospital room up and then transfused the person, and the person lived. So apparently, I think it's a thing in hospitals. So I posted on my WhatsApp, I shared my thoughts. It was really sad, and I don't know, but I think there should be like a legal consent that can override that of the parents, because this is life and death. If you're going to be declining blood transfusion and allow somebody to die, I think it should be a crime, in my opinion. I think it should be a crime, especially for children that cannot give consent. I think it should be a crime for you to decline such a request from the doctor. I also think we should have like a legal system that can give consent ASAP, because I mean, if you go to the nearest magistrate courts for consent, it might not be immediately, and most times these things can be a matter of urgency. So if you can get like a standby consent for such things, especially again for children, it will be very, very good. I posted it and then I got 3 people shared their real life experience. One is a nurse, one is a Jehovah's Witness person, the other person works with a health management organization, popularly known as HMO. And this person that works with HMO said that she has experienced this thing like firsthand. It is real, it happens. 3 different occasions. 2 pregnant women, one of them had to die because she had to undergo CS, and then the husband didn't consent to blood transfusion, and then she died. The other person, the husband didn't consent to blood transfusion. All 3 Jehovah's Witnesses. The other person did consent to blood transfusion, but she didn't die by some sort of miracle. And then the last person, also Jehovah's Witness, they didn't consent to blood transfusion. So I really do not understand it. I really don't understand. I'm also a Christian, and I know that the Bible talks about wisdom being profitable to direct. And for all I care, everyone practicing in one profession or the other, it's God that actually gives wisdom. Lawyers are giving wisdom, doctors are giving wisdom, scientists are giving wisdom. God owns everything. God made everything. God directs man. Okay, it's one that directs the whole universe. So if a doctor is telling you do XYZ, right, and you're saying it is forbidden because the Bible says don't do XYZ, God is not going to come down by himself to actually do these things. He's going to do them through men like both of us. So when I say men, I'm talking about both sexes, a male and a female. God is going to perform miracles through men. He's going to showcase his power through men. We've had people in the hospital that, you know, family members have given up on, and then God works miracles through the doctors, and these people lived. Okay, so when a doctor says do XYZ and you say it is against my belief, it's just somehow, really, it's just somehow. So you allow people to die just because, I don't know, for solutions that are actually even available. Solutions are available. Some people die because, you know, solutions are not available. Maybe oxygen is not available. You know, if you are in Nigeria, you understand what I mean by that. So solutions are not available, so people die carelessly. But you have the solution available. You can go to the blood bank to buy blood ASAP and then get this person transfused. But you adamant, you allow the person to actually know that this person is going to die if this person doesn't get transfused, and you allow the person to die. I don't know, that's just somehow. Honestly, that's just somehow. And then next, I heard from a nurse. The nurse said, oh yes, the parent's approval is final, consent is fine. So if a parent says don't transfuse my child, there's nothing they can do, right? Because they've had a lot of cases like that where Jehovah's Witnesses will come to the hospital and they need to like transfuse the child. They will say don't transfuse the child, so just do whatever you're going to do, but don't transfuse the child. So that's from a nurse. It got me really worried, but it is what it is, I guess. And then from the Jehovah's Witness person, I'm actually going to put his response here if I get an approval to do so at the time of editing. But if not, I'm not going to put it up. Okay, so I'm not one to like go back and forth when it comes to subject matters such as this, especially when it comes to religion, because religion is a delicate topic, right? I know that I'm a Christian, this person is also a Christian, but then because we have different interpretation and the knowledge of the Bible, I don't like to like, oh, you're wrong, I'm wrong, or I'm right, you're wrong, that kind of thing. So I just said okay. Like my response was very short and there wasn't any like back and forth of any sort, but I'm going to put his response here if I get an approval from him at the point of editing. Okay, so we've come to the end of today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed all 3 topics. I can't wait to hear from you guys in the comment box. Let me know what you think about the first topic that talks about being beaten or being, you know, able to beat somebody blue black, and the second topic that has, you know, other people gunning for the same record that has not even been conferred on Basi, and the third one that talks about blood transfusion with regards to parents having the final consent on their sick children or people who are not able to give consent at the time of hospitalization. Let me know in the comment box what you think. I'll be waiting to hear. Like, come your way some other time, guys. Be good. Please remember to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Thank you and bye for now. Other guys. Till I come your way some other guys.